Hello, my name's Jose Martinez and I'm affected with the Mandela effect. But with the different effect, I don't believe things are changing. Things are different, not changed. That is impossible. And the Mandela effect groups, they don't have evidence, video evidence of things morphing in front of them. This is Dale Dufay about 11 years ago. These are his walk and talk videos.
I do know there is definitely spelling differences between terras. That much I do know. I was never a good speller anyway, so it makes life pretty interesting to say the least, but thank God for spell check. But my wife was so diligent. She was excellent English major, all that stuff. So she really helped me for 30 years to get my English skills in order. So I know well enough about it, I suppose, to talk about it, to know that there is definitely spelling differences. And one of the things that reminded me about it is I was watching a Mr. M. BB 333 video on earthquake that hit today, and and he calls them seismographs, that because that's what they are. They're graphs, seismographs. But here on Terra C, they're called.
Terra C means the third Earth that we've been to. That's when we started tracking down the Earths.
Seismograms. So it's not just spelling, but different phrases and different things. Again, it just proves that there is slight flavored and characteristic differences involved here.
Differences, not changes.
Again, some make sense on certain Earths and some don't. I mean, this one doesn't, because they are in Terra A, out there in the outer reaches of the Sagittarius Arm in the Milky Way galaxy. They were known as seismographs.
11 years ago, we knew we came from Sagittarius Arm Earth.
I used to keep an eye on them. I never study them like Mr. MB333 does. But, I'm so grateful for his work. He's my favorite channel on YouTube, without a doubt. Very informative individual. But stuff like that I see, and I know, it seems logical that it should be a graphs, seismographs, but they're grams here, seismograms, and I think they also were on Terra B. I can't remember. I think they were. But that's some of the interesting slight variations you encounter. Spelling is really something. I got to learn it all over again, but at least we get to see movies.
And you can see the white sun behind him.
And, it's like watching them all over again because of the editing variations.
This is how we knew how the residue was created. The travelers before us left evidence for us to find from the Sagittarius Arm Earth. We knew we were on a different Earth because we saw the white sun 11 years ago.
And it's always in the editing. So, it's like, no doubt they did takes that, all different takes. And one take was chosen here on Terra C, the other take was chosen on Terra A, for example, and it wound up on the editor's floor on Terra B. It's always anywhere where there's editing. There's differences anywhere where there's spelling, phrases, etc. There's differences. Why there's even, Bible quotes that are different. But, again, it still brings out the same message.
11 years ago, we found out the Bible was different. But to me and Dale, it had the same meaning. I don't know why it keeps changing. No. On this earth, a different choice was made because of the creators, the editors.
But, and same with the spelling and everything. Everything still remains the same. It's the same. It's the same. in an overall view of things. So, you know, I'm going to turn around here, kind of go towards the sun. I hope if I squint a little bit, that's because it's sunny today. And again, like I mentioned in a previous video, it's sunny here on this location on every earth in this state of Michigan. And I'm walking towards the sun through this, easement here, trail.
And he's talking about everything is parallel. Whatever happens here, it happens everywhere. This is why nobody knew about these secrets, because everything is the same, but slightly different. Slightly different logos, slightly different history, but everything remains the same.
Exact same time we're both doing this video about languages. He's probably going on about how they used to call them seismograms where he was, and it's nice to see him spell, phrased correctly here, or something like that, to that effect. But we're both, or not both, but all of us. How many there are, I'm not sure. Again, I'll say it again, 7, I'm thinking. We're all doing this exact video.
Time, we thought it was only 3 planets, and then we moved it up to 7. 11 years later, we lost count.
Walking towards the sun through this easement trail. So, it's amazing when you think about it, and it kind of makes a lot of sense, at least to me. I understand if some people don't believe it. It's, you have to experience it to even consider this theory. And even if you've experienced it, this theory is not, I'm not saying it's correct. It's just my theory, putting it out there. So, there's just every aspect that affects every aspect. I'm going to try to record every single one I can, think of, because I don't want to forget, but I know I won't. It'll all be up in my head, but I want to get it recorded. And as I mentioned before, this is mostly for my therapy, to be able to talk about it and get it out there in public record.